Hey YouTube, it's BreakingKayfabeTV here with another video, and this is the Sean Rock 10 first video, and this is a Money in the Bank 2013 review. He was there, so it will be pretty cool to have someone that was there live, thoughts and what he saw live and how it was for us to see it on TV. But we started out with the pre-show match, the Usos versus Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns for the tag team titles. The match goes back and forth, most of the part of it, and then the Usos got a couple close counts, and Seth Rollins counters a Samoan drop, and in the corner, Roman Reigns punches him, and so Seth Rollins runs and powerbombs one of the Usos into the corner, and then he tags in Roman Reigns, and then Roman Reigns hits a spear, and then he gets the pinfall, and they retain their titles. Overall, this match was probably, in my opinion, the best pre-show or kickoff match that they've done so far. It was one of my favorite matches of the show. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Your thoughts, RW?
Well, me being the dumbass that I am, I took a 30-minute nap, and that 30-minute nap turned out to be an hour and a half, so basically I missed the pre-show, which sucks, cause I heard a lot of, or I seen a lot of tweets that said that match was awesome, had 2 commercial breaks, and the last few minutes of it were excellent or something. So I'm definitely gonna have to check that match out tomorrow or later today, but all I know is the Shield retain, and yeah, that's good. Your thoughts on it, Deshaun? Being there live?
Well, for me, it was just an ordinary match. It wasn't really anything special until the last 5 minutes. It really picked up the last 5 minutes. It was kind of boring, but last 5 minutes, back and forth, counter after counter. Atmosphere was just crazy. It was mixed reactions. Some people wanted Usos, some people wanted Chico, but it was a good match, and like you said, they did what do they call them, power bombs into the corner of the ropes, and yeah, I think it's called a buster bomb or something, but then Roman Reigns speared him, and 1, 2, 3 and Shield won. It was probably the best pre-show match I've ever seen, so I'll give it 7.5 out of 10.
Wait. Are we rating matches out of 10 stars or 5?
I don't know. I'd do it out of 10.
I'll do it out of 5, since that's what I'm used to.
Oh yeah, I'll do 5 too, I guess, because I usually do 10 just for pay-per-view. I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5.
So, I guess I give it 5 out of 5, I guess. But, yeah, the next match, the stream was messed up for WWE YouTube. It showed Fandango coming out, and people were freaking out on Twitter that they were going to get to see the full show for free, and then it cut off. But it was weird because Fandango came out, and Dean Ambrose was already out there, and he was already out there celebrating the Shield's win over the Usos, and Fandango came out, announced Fandango, and then they played Shield music and announced Dean Ambrose. Didn't make much sense, but yeah, then they started the Money in the Bank. Then Dean Ambrose, or I already said him, Jack Swagger and Antonio Cesaro came out together as a group, which I think is a little ridiculous, but yeah, I think Cesaro deserves to come out on his own. Same thing with Cody Rhodes and Damien Sandow. They came out together. And then Wade Barrett came out while Damien Sandow was talking. And I think he has a new theme song. I don't really know. I haven't been keeping up with his theme song. But it was... I don't really know which Money in the Bank ladder match I liked better. I liked them both. But they did some cool things. Like, I think one of the things that happened, I know Cesaro hit an uppercut. I'm not for sure somebody jumped off a ladder. But, yeah, and then, Fandango did a sunset flip power bomb on Wade Barrett. And then my favorite part of the match was when, Dean Ambrose was doing, like, the helicopter thing with the ladder and hitting people, and then Antonio Cesaro and Jack Swagger grab it, and they lift him up, and so he's hanging there between the ladder, and then he, like, does the thing that they do at the Royal Rumble, and he flipped over at the top and was trying to get the briefcase, and then they threw him onto the floor. But, they did, some other cool stuff. I don't remember too much anything else that was pretty cool. And then Cody Rhodes ended up going up the ladder, and he was about to grab it. No one was around, and out of nowhere, the Shield came out, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, and then the Usos came out, and then Cody Rhodes, that's when he came over, and he climbed up the ladder. And then everyone thought he was going to win. And then out of nowhere, Damien Sandow came, pulled him off the ladder, climbed up the ladder, and got the briefcase. And I saw a picture of the timekeeper, and he was hiding over there by the timekeeper. This was an awesome match, fun match to watch. I give it a 5 out of 5. RW.
Jesus, you covered basically everything, but yeah, that was a crazy match from what I saw. Like, the Fandango spot, Dean Ambrose going crazy with the ladder, Cesaro's uppercut was just awesome. What else happened in the match? Where he got pushed off by Rhodes. Rhodes looked crazy over in the match, and I'm pretty sure no one saw Sandow winning. When Rhodes was climbing up the ladder, I was going crazy saying he's finally going to win it, but Sandow comes out of nowhere, tosses him off, and grabs the briefcase. Pretty shocked. But overall, great match. Probably say equal, if not a little better than the All-Stars one. So I'd give it like a 4 1/4 or 4.25 out of 5. Your thoughts on it, Deshaun?
Well, you guys really pretty much covered everything. I mean, I actually didn't see Cesaro's uppercut, so I don't really know any much about that. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I mean, everyone looked good in this match. I mean, there was really no one bad in this match. I mean, Jack Swagger even looked good. Antonio Cesaro. Everyone had their highlights in this match. Fandango, Wade Barrett. I mean, everyone looked good, but at the end, came down to Cody Rhodes and Damien Sandow. We all knew this was going to happen. Either one of them were going to turn on each other, and it was Damien Sandow, so pretty shocked, pretty surprised, but I'm not mad. I think they can build something off with this. I think they could have a feud. But, yeah, so I give this match a 4 out of 5.
And the next segment was Brad Maddox pretty much saying that he was the new general manager and Vicki Guerrero was fired, and then showed a video of Vicki Guerrero, and then pretty much mostly the embarrassing stuff from her career in WWE, and I thought it was a waste of time. Nothing really else to say. Your thoughts, RW?
God, WWE is such an asshole to Vicki. Like, what the hell? Are they forgetting that this is Eddie Guerrero's wife? But in all seriousness, I don't care. It was just a waste of time. It was like a 15-minute thing that could have been cut down into like 5 minutes, so I didn't care for it. Your thoughts on it, Deshaun?
It was bullshit. I'm done.
And the next segment/match was The Miz versus Curtis Axel for the Intercontinental Championship. This match went back and forth, and the only really good thing I liked about this match was when The Miz did the figure four, and then Curtis Axel flipped over, and then at the end he kicked Miz in his face and then dropped him on his head. I don't even know what kind of move that was, but he ended up retaining the title. I didn't really like this match too much. I thought it was too fast, too short, and I think that I'm going to give it a 2.75 out of 10, I guess. Your thoughts, RW?
Decent match. I wasn't too crazy about it. Only got not that much time, but yeah, I really wasn't paying attention to it that much, to be honest, until the end where he reversed the figure four and then did some kind of like turning neck breaker thing. I don't even know what it's called, but it was some kind of unique neck breaker, and Axel retained. I was expecting that, of course. So overall, decent match. I gave it like 2 out of 5. So yeah, your thoughts on it, Deshaun?
Well, I wasn't really pumped for this feud from the get-go. I mean, when they announced it a couple weeks ago, I wasn't really pumped. So there was nothing to really look forward to in this match. Probably like the highlight of this match was Paul Heyman getting ejected, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah.
But really nothing special. I thought Axel was actually going to tap out, it looked like, but no, it was actually a clean win by Axel, which I was surprised by. No, roll up or cheap way. So it was a good match for what it was. I'll probably give it a 2.5 out of 5.
Alright, the next match was the Divas title match. Kaitlyn versus AJ Lee for the Divas. I already said Divas title. But AJ came out with Vicki Langston, and one part of the match, Kaitlyn knocked AJ off, and she went flying off the turnbuckle and out to the floor. And when you thought she was going to hit the floor, Vicki catches her. I thought that was one of the cool parts about this match. I thought Kaitlyn was going to pretty much kill AJ the entire match, and she would come out of nowhere and get the Black Widow, but it went pretty much back and forth throughout the match, and AJ did end up getting the Black Widow on and making Kaitlyn tap out and retaining her title. I think this is probably the best Divas matches/feud since Trish Stratus has retired. I'm not a big fan of Divas wrestling since she's retired, but I'll give this match a 3 out of 10. I liked it better than the Curtis Axel and Miz match. Your thoughts on RW?
Pretty decent match. This, along with the Intercontinental Championship match, I wasn't paying that much attention to until the very end. I'd say Kaitlyn was dominating like most of the match, I think. But at the end, when AJ locked in the Black Widow on Kaitlyn, it looked like she was about to snap her arm if she didn't tap, and that's exactly what she did and retained. Overall, decent match. I liked their Payback one a whole lot better, but this one was decent as well. Or this one was good as well. So I'd give it like 2.5 out of 5. Your thoughts on it, Deshaun?
it's a typical Divas match. If maybe a little bit better, but usually just a typical Divas match. The Payback match was a lot better. They probably gave it a little bit more time too at Payback, but nothing really special about this match. Just like the IC match, but AJ retains. I don't really see her losing the title for a while now. She just won it. And, I can see this feud going on until SummerSlam. It's been a good feud. It's probably one of my favorite feuds for Divas, at least, that we've seen in a long time. So, I'll probably give this match 2.75 out of 5.
Alright, the next match was Ryback versus Chris Jericho. And this was started over a 2-minute segment backstage on Raw. I'm just going to go ahead and say that I'm not the biggest fan of Ryback. Okay, I'm not even a fan of Ryback. I pretty much hate the dude. I think he's boring and super overrated. But, Chris Jericho's one of my all-time favorites. And it pretty much went back and forth. But Ryback ended up rolling him up and getting the 3 count. And, Chris Jericho missed a line, so landed on his feet, then Ryback rolled him up. Wasn't really looking forward to this match. Maybe they can continue it on to SummerSlam. And, sort of like the Fandango winning at WrestleMania, and then Chris Jericho got his rematch and won Extreme Rules. But overall, I'll give it a 2.25. 5.
This was surprisingly to me a pretty good match. I mean, I thought they would give it like 5 minutes, but I think they gave it like anywhere from 10, I think. But yeah, on Twitter, people hated this match for some reason. I thought it was pretty good. And they kept the pace like even, I guess, more towards Ryback's side. And of course, the end where Jericho missed the lion salt and Ryback rolled him up. Ryback not really known for roll-ups, so kind of weird seeing him win that way. But yeah, I'm not into Ryback right now. I mean, he needs something new. Either he needs a mouthpiece or he needs to turn face. Either or, so. Yeah, and as for the match, I'd give it a 2.5 out of 5 also. So, yeah, that's that. Your thoughts on it, Deshaun?
It was a back and forth match. I mean, mostly Ryback had the advantage in this match. It was a good match, like you said, jamming. It was like the Chris Jericho Fandango match or feud where Ryback beat Jericho, like kind of like an upset, I guess you could say, at WrestleMania, and then he got his rematch at Extreme Rules. That's what I could see happening at SummerSlam. No real build to this match. I wasn't really looking forward to this match, but the match itself was pretty decent, I gotta say. It had some counters, it had some good stuff in it. Like Random said, Jericho went for the lion saw and missed, and Ryback got the roll up 1, 2, 3. It wasn't the best way to have this match end, but at least Ryback got his first pay-per-view win since Money in the Bank last year, so that's good for him, and hopefully he can build off this. And so I'll probably give this match a 3 out of 5.
Alright, the next match was the World Heavyweight Championship match. Dolph Ziggler versus Alberto Del Rio. And I was sort of expecting Ziggler to win. And I was thinking that he didn't get a full recovery, even though he was physically recovered at Payback. I didn't think he was mentally recovered 100%. And I thought he was at this pay-per-view, and I thought he was going to get it. The win, it went back and forth, back and forth. It was a good match. AJ comes out. Ziggler tells her to, like, go away. She's distracting him. And then she comes in when they're just fighting in the middle of the ring and just whacks up Del Rio in the head with the belt. And, Ziggler was about to win pretty much, what I think. And then Ziggler was freaking out, and AJ was like about to cry and saying she's sorry. The crowd was saying, "You screwed Ziggler." Like, he said he was going to go to third base or whatever, or go all the way. I thought that was funny, but I guess it didn't happen. Your thoughts, RW?
I thought this was a really good match, a really underrated match. Like, no one really talked about this as the show was going on. Yeah, good match. Nothing that these guys I expect like a 4 or 5 star classic in their SummerSlam match. I mean, there's definitely going to be a SummerSlam match because now Ziggler still has a reason to keep fighting for the championship since freaking AJ cost him the match. I guess that is pretty much it. Good match. I saw the ending coming. I actually changed my prediction to Del Rio just somehow, some way walking out with the title. So, yeah, hopefully they have a good...
I was going to say, I forgot to rate. I give it a 3.75. 3.75. Sorry for interrupting you. I just wanted to rate it real quick because I forgot to when I was talking about it.
Yeah, it's alright, but yeah, overall, really good match. I give it 3.5 out of 5. Your thoughts on it, Deshaun?
It was just a really good wrestling match. I mean, they whenever they have a match, they'll always put on a match if it's on a SmackDown or a pay-per-view, whatever the case might be. The crowd was behind Ziggler pretty much the whole match. Well, the whole match actually. It was just a good match. I'd say they gave it like 15 minutes until the AJ incident happened. Here's what I have to say. I mean, bitch, if you're gonna do that, then why are you gonna start crying? I mean, obviously you're gonna obviously Ziggler's gonna get mad at you, so why would you do it in the first place? But I'd still fuck you. But
wait, did you just
anyway,
say
it was a really yeah.
Alright, so as you were saying,
it was a good match. Del Rio had some good moments in the match, some great counters by Ziggler. That sick DDT that he had, it was a really good DDT, and yeah, it was just a good wrestling match, like I expected. So I'll probably give it a 3.75 out of 5.
Alright, the next match was Mark Henry versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. Personally, I wasn't really looking forward to this match too much. I liked the promo that Mark Henry did, the small town fifth protective blood and proud thing. And yeah, I liked that, but I'm not the biggest fan of Mark Henry as a wrestler. And he sort of bores me. So I went to go get something to eat during this match, and I came back right when it was getting good. I actually enjoyed the ending, and from what I saw, it went back and forth, and then they ended up hitting finishers on each other and kicking out, and then at the end, John Cena got an STF on him, and he almost made it to the rope, and then he pulled him back, and he hit it, he put it back on, and then Mark Henry tapped out. That was my prediction. I was hoping John Cena would win. Even though Mark Henry does deserve it for being in 17 years, I just don't really like the guy as a wrestler. He sort of bores me. And overall, I'll give this match a 3.25 out of 10, or out of 5. So your thoughts?
Well, this match I thought surprisingly was really good. I mean, I was expecting freaking Cena to get dominated, and then at the end, Super Cena as usual. But that was kind of the case here. But the first 10 minutes, Henry was just decimating Cena, and Cena tried to carry Henry throughout the match, but failed. But when Cena hit the AA and then Henry kicked out, that's when it started getting good, kicking out at each other's finishers and whatnot. So surprisingly, it was a good match. I enjoyed it the last 5 minutes, and if it wasn't for the last 5 minutes, this would have been definitely like one of the worst matches of the night. But the ending saved it, and yeah, of course, John Cena made Henry tap out. And really surprised that this didn't main event. So, yeah, but it's whatever. I'd probably give the match a 3 out of 5. Pretty good. Your thoughts on it, Deshaun?
Going into this match, I wasn't really, pumped for it. I was really just, wanted to see the outcome of it, and I was kind of surprised that it didn't main event, actually, because, I would think whoever won the Money in the Bank, probably Daniel Bryan, would cash it in on either Henry if he won it or Cena, he won. But anyways, it was a great back and forth match. Surprisingly, the crowd was cheering in favor for Henry the whole match, pretty much. But the first 10 minutes, Henry dominated, and Cena came back in the next 5 minutes, and then Henry dominated for the next 5 minutes, and so on and so forth. But at the end, it really got good, the last 5-7 minutes, like you said, random. But yeah, counter after counter, John Cena about to do the leg drop or whatever he does on the top rope, and Henry countered it into the World's Strongest Slam. But of course, Cena kicks out because they're not giving the belt to Henry, and Cena wins with the STFU, and it was a pretty good match, I gotta say. Surprisingly, it was really good, and I give it 3.5 out of 5.
Okay, the next match was the main event, and I'm surprised this was the main event, but I thought they would have the WWE Championship match as the main event, and I thought they would go in order of the WWE.com thing, but they went just different order of how they had it, the kickoff, and then I think Ryback match, and then the Divas, and then the Intercontinental Championship match, and then SmackDown Money in the Bank, then the World Title match, and then Raw Money in the Bank, and then the WWE title match. But yeah, the RVD got a big pop. He would have got a bigger pop if he
came out last.
If he would have came out last, or if they set up a mystery opponent, no one would have expected him. The crowd probably wouldn't have shut up for probably 5 minutes. At the Royal Rumble, the crowds are crazy when maybe someone returns for one night, or someone makes their return, and the crowds go nuts. But at the beginning of the match, the bell rings, everybody looks around, fans chant RVD, everyone, or RVD, I don't know if he did the RVD thing with his hands or just, but they all attacked him, and then the crowd booed. But yeah, this match was pretty good. Well, it wasn't pretty good, it was awesome. Lots of talent. Kane was supposed to be in the match, but the Wyatt family injured him, and I didn't know if they were going to replace him or not. And two of the people that were rumored to replace him on WWE.com, Big Show and Kofi Kingston, were on the Superstar.
Oh, and don't forget Greg Holly.
Oh yeah, but I was going to say that Big Show and Kofi Kingston were on the Superstar panel with Josh Matthews and Vicki Guerrero. And for some reason they had Khali as a rumored person. I don't know why. He was probably going to bust the ladders. He was probably going to eliminate himself somehow and get back in. He did. I think it was a battle royal. He walked out and then he came back in. Like nothing happened. But
I remember that.
Sheamus at the beginning, or not really at the very beginning, but he was on the ladder and Sheamus was trying to grab the briefcase and RVD knocked over the ladder and Sheamus landed on the ladder, like it was leaning on the ropes and he landed on it and it was pretty cool. He's probably gonna have some bruises because of that, and he got put through another ladder outside the ring and there wasn't a bunch of wood crumbs, bread crumbs, whatever, like when he put Sin Cara through a ladder. And the announcers were like, he just put Sin Cara through a metal ladder when there's the wood crumbs on the ground. But Daniel Bryan went nuts during the match, just kicking everybody, and then suicide dive onto a pile of ladders and CM Punk. And then later on in the match, he was about to win, and Curtis Axel came out and hit him with a chair. I think it was a chair that hit him with, and then ended up CM Punk hitting him with a GTS. And CM Punk was about to go up top and grab the briefcase, and then Paul Heyman came in, and then he threw a ladder at him, and it crushed his legs between the ladder that he was on, and then he fell, and then he threw another one, and then he was busted open, and he was bleeding a lot. But I don't know if that was supposed to happen or not, and he ended up going out of the ring and just sitting outside, and then they showed him again. His face wasn't as bloody, and he was sort of just dripping. And then RVD, this isn't in the exact order, but RVD did a 5-star frog splash off the top of a ladder onto Christian, and he had a little cut on his head. And wasn't the best 5-star frog splash off the ladder that we've seen, but he is getting older, and it's probably been a long time since he's did one off a ladder. And but at the end, RVD was going up top, and Randy Orton comes in, grabs his foot, pulls him, and it sort of knocks over the ladder, and he catches him, RKO's him. He goes up top, looks around, and just sits there, and then he grabs the briefcase, and he's the Raw, or WWE All-Stars, or WWE Money in the Bank briefcase contract, whatever, for the WWE Championship. And I don't think really many people expected that to happen either. But it was an awesome match. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. And your thoughts, RW?
This match was crazy good. This was awesome. I think you covered everything, so you didn't leave anything for us to talk about. But I'll recap anyway. RVD getting jumped in the beginning, that was awesome. Punk and Bryan standoff, the indie guys. I think the crowd went nuts for that. And crowd was all over Bryan. It's funny how they were saying yes and no to Sheamus and Daniel Bryan when they were going at it. And Sheamus took some bumps here, especially when he got pushed off the ladder by RVD. He landed on the ladder. So that was pretty crazy. I thought he was legit hurt there, but he was fine. More stuff happened that I'm forgetting, but I just gotta say it was epic. And yeah, of course, Heyman, Axel coming in, Heyman turning on Punk, blooding his face up. I was expecting Lesnar to come out, man. Pretty disappointed that he didn't. And yeah, everyone in this match was pretty over, except Christian. He didn't get the loudest pop, and Sheamus, they just hated him. So yeah, at the end, of course, Orton pulls RVD's leg and turns it into a freaking sick RKO. That's probably definitely the top 3 RKOs for me, because that was just it. That could have went so wrong, but it turned out so perfect. Like, jeez. And at one point, when Randy Orton was looking around for like a minute and not even grabbing the briefcase, I thought like that wasn't a part of the script or something, because I thought someone else was supposed to attack him or something. But turns out it's just Orton being Orton, and yeah, he grabs the briefcase. I saw that coming. I mean, he was my second pick. As long as he doesn't face Cena again, I'm fine. Hopefully, like, holds the briefcase for like a year or something before he catches it in, or nearly close to a year before he catches it in. And yeah, overall, great match. I gave it a 4 out of 5. I don't think it was better than the SmackDown one, because the SmackDown one had like a lot of action, and they used the ladder a lot. And in this one, they waited in like 5 minutes to use the ladder, so not that big a fan of that, but still a great match. Your thoughts, Deshaun?
I just gotta say, RVD's return was amazing, but like, you said, Jammin', it would have been better if they saved him for last. It would have been even a bigger pop, because everyone else would have been out there already, but, it was still a great pop. I was chanting, my ass off, but, you guys pretty much covered everything. I mean, everyone had a special moment in this match, I guess you could say. I mean, Sheamus, Christian doing the kill switch, the spear or whatever, RVD doing the frog splash, Randy's RKO, that was just sick. Daniel Bryan, he didn't, do the no lock, but he was doing the back and forth kick, and CM Punk doing nothing really, but
bleeding everywhere.
This match, what?
Oh, bleeding everywhere.
Oh yeah. But yeah, this match started off kind of slow, but picked up definitely in the end. They didn't have probably like the most people they had in the ring at once was probably 3 people. Well, the beginning obviously had everyone, but after the match got started, probably the most had like 3, except for that one spot in the match where everyone was trying to go up. Even RVD was trying to climb the side of the ladder. That was kind of cool.
Oh yeah,
but
6 men, 2 ladders.
Yeah, that was really cool. But so we got more towards the end of the match. Daniel Bryan trying to go up for the briefcase. Curtis Axel coming out.
Oh yeah, Curtis screwed. Curtis screwed freaking Bryan, so now I'm starting to hate Axel.
Yeah. It's not that I hate Axel, it's just like, it was bad timing. If anything, it should have been Brock Lesnar. Just like destroy everything. Like destroy everyone in that match. But mostly, focus his attack on CM Punk, obviously setting up their feud, or soon to be feud at SummerSlam. And, yeah, everyone had their spots in the match, like I said. CM Punk giving the GTS to Curtis Axel. Paul Heyman beating up Punk when he was trying to go up for the briefcase. Paul Heyman heel turn, even though he's pretty much always been heel, but that got CM Punk definitely face now, even though he was face. But so yeah, it's gonna be good feud between Brock and Punk. But at the end we had who'd we have? We had RVD and Randy Orton with the sick RKO, and Randy Orton was just staring and just seeing. I don't even know what he was doing. Pretty much, he was just waiting for something to happen, I guess. But he just waited like 2 minutes, and then finally grabbed the briefcase, and that was the end of the show, and that was the end of the match, and it was a great match. It had some awesome points in the match by Sheamus, Christian, Orton, RVD, Bryan, and Punk, but Orton was victorious, and hopefully we'll set up Cena versus Daniel Bryan feud at SummerSlam. Hopefully Randy Orton will cash in, setting up a feud with all three of them. I wouldn't mind seeing that at all. But anyways, I'd probably give this match a 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, that was off of pay-per-view results, and overall, this pay-per-view is
Well, overall, I'll just give my thoughts. I thought it was a great good show, watchable. I expected a lot more. That's probably why it's not a great show in my opinion. But overall, watchable, fun to watch, of course, because of the two ladder matches. I'd give it a 7.75 out of 10, anywhere from there. And yeah, it's still fun, watchable, and yeah, I'd recommend checking it out. Your thoughts on the overall show, Deshaun?
I might be a little biased here, but it was like a really fun card from the start, from the pre-show all the way till the end. I mean, there was really no bad match on the card. I mean, Curtis Axel and The Miz, I mean, it was down there, but I mean, there was nothing really that I could dislike about it. I mean, it was just a good wrestling match. But overall, it was a great experience because I went there live. It was actually a really fun time. Got to see some ladder matches live, and it was one hell of a show. I'd probably rate it 8.75 out of 10. Again, I might be a little biased, but it was a really fun show, and definitely going to be picking that one up on DVD. So, yeah.
One more thing.
Never mind, you can say it.
This pay-per-view shows the unpredictability of WWE with the AJ interfering and hitting Del Rio in the 2 Money in the Bank matches. I don't think anybody expected those 3 things to happen. But, yeah, I just wanted to get that out there real quick. What were you going to say, RW?
Well, if that's the end of this video, I have to say my line, of course. Go follow us all on Twitter. Go subscribe to all of us on our individual channels. Subscribe to this channel, rate, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. And I guess Deshaun Roxanne is a official member in this channel, I guess. So we'll probably be doing a Raw review tomorrow. And yeah, that's about it for me in this video.
Thank you, Boston.